Hey, what's going on, guys? Back for another lesson. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for coming by and checking out this lesson. If you like it, please give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. If you are already subscribed to my channel, thank you so much for coming by and checking out this lesson. Today's lesson is going to be Porch Swing Angel by Muscadine Bloodline. This is the acoustic version. I think the studio version is in drop D tuning. For this acoustic version, we are in drop C sharp tuning. So what you need to do is tune all your strings down a half step, and then tune your low E string down another full step to a C sharp. In the description, I put down what each string needs to be tuned to. The basic chords for this song is going to be D, but you'll play that open. And you also would play in a D with your finger on the low E of the 12th fret. So you have the open D, and then the D on the 12th fret of the low E string. Then you'll have a G with your index finger on the low E of the 5th. You'll have an A with your finger on the low E of the 7th. And then we'll have a B with your index finger on the low E of the 9th. So the intro starts out this way. What I'm doing there on that D chord, just putting my middle finger on the B string of the 10th fret, then my ring finger goes onto the G string of the 11th fret. And then for that D, it will go that way. Okay. Then to make the B chord, just take that index finger, put it up on the low E of the 9th fret, and it does rest on this A string and mutes it. It doesn't need to ring out. So A, B, and then you're going to slide down to the 5th and the 7th fret. I lift my middle finger, but I keep my ring finger on that G string of the 7th fret. So on the G, just lift that middle finger up. Okay? Back down to that D chord again. Then just keep that same shape. You're gonna move it down to the 8th and 9th fret, and then put your index finger up on the low E of the 7th. That's gonna be your A chord. Then you can come up to that B chord. Okay. So everything up there. So you got D, B, G, B, A, B, and then you can come up and play the D this way, which is my index finger on that low E of the 12th, and then I got my ring finger on the G of the 14th. Okay, D, B, G, D, A, B, D, and you can come back down to that G again, G, D, and then you can play that D open and just leave your ring finger on that G string of that 7th fret. I hope all that's making sense for you. I know it's kind of confusing. So that again, D, B, G, D, A, B, D, G, D. Okay, one more time. Good. And that's your intro chorus, and that little part where they're woo, that'll also be played that way. For the verse, it'll go this way. it's the exact same chords, other than you're just not putting those little voicing notes in there. You'll just be doing the D, D, G, D, A, B, D, G, D. And when I do put this finger down, like I say, it still rests on the A string. And I'm just playing, I'm just kind of going back and forth with that picking from that low E to that open D string. And there's really no exact way I'm doing it. But I try to do it slow kind of, so you can kind of pick up on it. So the open D. Like I say, it's basically just that low E and that D string. And sometimes I do catch that A, but it's muted. So really the notes are just coming from that low E and the that open D string. So the verse again. Repeat. And the chorus. I did do a cover of this, so I'll put a link in the description of that cover. So once you get these chords down, you can follow along. That may make it a little bit easier for you to learn the song. And like I said, that's pretty much it, other than that little woo, woo. And then it goes into the first part of that chorus coming out of that will just be played the same way as the verse. Second part of that chorus, I might have said verse, but coming out of that little break, that first part of the chorus will be played the same way as the verse, and then the second part of the chorus will be played the regular way. So it'll go. And the second time through. Ending, he'll go back after the he'll go to that A, that B, then that D, G. He'll do that twice. Let me show you kind of how that goes. Back to that A. And then the intro part will be the outro. And then on that very end is just that D. And then for, G. And then it's going to end on that D, and I'll just bring my ring finger, or my middle finger, and put it on the G string of the sorry, I got to figure out what I was doing. So you'll have the G. So I got my ring finger on the B string of the 7th, and then my middle finger on the G string of the 7th. So B string and the G string on that 7th. guys, that is pretty much it. I will play through the intro, the first verse, and the chorus so you can kind of see how it all goes together. Goes back to the little intro part, then goes to the second verse. If you got any questions, just leave a comment and I will answer back the best that I can. Leave a comment, let me know what you thought of this lesson, and as always, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.